So a lot of guitarists play with backing tracks, have a lot of fun with it, but don't really feel like they're getting that much better. So what we want to do is actually practice with backing tracks so that we can focus on improving ourselves. We have a real strategy, and using these methods for years with students of mine and myself, I've whittled down to 5. There's endless things we can do, but we're going to focus on just 5 for right now. And afterwards, we're going to look at one key element that's really more important than all 5 put together, that you got to have this. Otherwise, it's all for nothing, right? So let's just jump right into number 1. What's something that we can do when we practice with a backing track to improve ourselves? And that is ear training, right? So many things we can do with ear training, but the probably first and easiest thing we do is just put on a track. Don't look at a scale chart or anything that goes with it, and just pick a string and start playing and use your ears. So let's say we pick the 3rd string, right? We play with this track. Just listen to how it sounds. And then just go up the string. You can hang on that note as long as you want. Really listen to how it sounds. Like, you know, there's no good, no bad, right? It's just maybe like, okay, this one's a little bit tense, right? Like these different kind of moods, different like colors, you know, if you will. Like, ooh, now that one sounds more relaxed. So, you know, this isn't necessarily bad. It's something to avoid. So I resolve it up there. And then the next thing we can do is, okay, like this one really blends in nice. Let's now stick around the spot. Play other strings, maybe the same fret. Ooh, that sounds actually pretty good. Oh, down this way sounds good too. And then just play around with those notes. I'm just kind of playing randomly, but focus on those 3 notes that I thought kind of worked, you know? So that is an approach to just getting your ear better and just throwing everything out the window. Don't worry about what key it's in, theory, all that stuff. Just use your ears. And how often do you do that? And really take your time with each note and really get familiar. It's gonna go a long ways. So the second thing we can do to get better at playing with backing tracks is to pick a technique. And of course, there's endless ones we can do, but kind of the theme here is we want to have limitations. There's a lot of freedom in picking limitations. And let's say bending. Like, okay, well, I want to work on my bending, and maybe we're playing with this track. We'll just pick this spot right here and say this one note right here. This is it, just this one note. And I'm just using this little scale, or maybe 2 notes at a time. Maybe just try it real slow and like listen, like, oh, okay, does that sound good? You like that? Or try to get to the pitch that you're looking for. So a little bit like ear training again, you know, getting your ears better and getting your bends better. But the idea is to have something you're focused on with a technique that you want to get better, and just spend as much time as you want with the track. So that'll help. So the third thing we can do is to slow things down. And that makes it a lot easier to practice practically anything. If you want to say, learn a riff by ear, but it's too fast, well, you can slow it down on YouTube by, I think, 50%, 75%. So it's a little limited. But if you use a program like Transcribe that I use, and you can use, there's, I think, endless ones that are free on phones. Well, let's check out this program here. I just open it up, all right? And then I just find an MP3. Let's say we'll pick this one right here, and it can get rid of this thing. We don't need this, and adjust my volume and say I'm listening to it. All right, okay, I got it going. Say I want to find one spot. I can skip ahead. Okay, right there. Okay, I want to figure this out. That's too fast, maybe. Okay. I can slow it down to 50%. Here I can get even more detailed, get it right where I want it to. Let's try it here. Now I can hear it more clearly. Maybe it's still too fast. I'm gonna go at 35%, right? Right? And then that may seem painstakingly slow, but maybe it's still too fast. But it really, really opens things up so that you can hear things more clearly, especially if it's something really fast, and it makes learning by ear so much better. And learning by ear is one of the absolute best things you can do as a guitar player or any kind of musician, just because it's all about listening, so forget looking at tabs, scale charts, just memorizing stuff. Just play by ear, and slowing things down can really, really help. So number 4 is recording along with backing tracks. So don't just play in the moment, but record and listen back. So let's check it out. It's real easy. All you have to do is import an MP3 backing track into a program. If you have like a Mac, you would have GarageBand for free, and you just import the track in, and then you can just set a guitar track, record with it, and then the beauty is you can listen back to it and really critique your playing and focus on things that you want to improve on and things that you also like that you want to do more of. So number 5 is learning songs. Well, it is great to just pick any old backing track and practice your lead playing, your improvising, your soloing, all that stuff. We can learn so much more, and we can use tracks to learn songs, which is just as important. So let's do the same thing of opening up something like Transcribe, right? And picking a tune. We'll just import, say, this Stone song right here, right? Again, get this out of the way. We don't need this. And it's helpful if we have a PDF chart to go along with it. So say we're looking at this right here. I got pulled it up on my iPad. This chart looks great. I don't know who made this, but this is a nice looking, simple to the point chart. I don't know where I can get more of these. But then we just go section by section. We can see we got a verse, a chorus, and a solo. So then we can just map it out, and we can see actually, the volume on here. So if we just listen to it, like, okay, this is the intro. It's the same as the verse, very sparse. We can just save time by actually skipping ahead. And it's like, okay, that's the chorus. Right, so we can actually, with this program, leave markers. You just put that there, and if you leave it, it just says A. I like to put C for chorus. Let's skip ahead. Oh, there's a verse again. So now I'll put that, I'll put a V for a verse, and we can just map out the whole thing. And then there you go, we got it all mapped out. And you can really visualize the arrangement of the tune, and then you just got to go along and play along with it, practice each section, really make sure you memorize each one, and then you memorize the arrangement, and this can really help then visualize it. And the beauty is you can just save it and save it to a spot, right, and then have it for later and pull it up, and it makes it really easy to have like a database of songs that and can refer back to anytime you need to. Now, the most important thing when practicing with backing tracks is to have fun. It is what I said at the beginning, some people only do, but if we just focus on strategies to improve ourselves, and that is it, it's the only thing we care about is improving ourselves, we're missing the point. We need to have fun as well for the sake of it, but also to improve ourselves because we want to go beyond just having fun, but really, feel the music. So make sure you got that mixed in with whatever strategy you are using with playing with backing tracks. And if you're looking for places to play them, of course, on YouTube, there's endless backing tracks. You can follow along charts sometimes, tabs, scale charts, things like that. But if you want to have your MP3s to do more, like we've been looking at, I'll put a link in the description below for a couple free samples of MP3 tracks that I have. Plus, it comes with PDF charts so you can follow along with all the scales and the tabs, the arrangements, all that stuff if you want to learn the tunes. Plus, there's the MultiTrack waves that go along with all of them. So if you want to have the individual parts, the drums, the bass, all that stuff, that's there too. So if you want to mute, say, the bass and practice your bass, or mute the rhythm guitar, that's all there too. That's a whole nother dimension of backing track playing. So check it out. put a link in the description down below, and have fun with all this stuff. And if you got a guitar right now, check out this backing track playlist of mine over here. You can just jump right to it right now and get to it.